In the last election, the Conservatives won a majority with just 39% of the popular vote. Some Canadians think that is a problem, and they've decided to vote strategically this time for the candidate in their riding they think has the best chance of beating a Conservative. There are even coordinated campaigns helping them do this. Vashi Capellos looks at how big a role strategic voting might play on Monday.
It has turned out to be exactly.
A few years ago, Jackie DeRoo was shocked to see her grown son in tears watching TV.
He was watching a politician give a speech about climate change, and he was crying. This is my mountain climbing wilderness guide son.
DeRoo says her son was so upset over the government's handling of climate change, she decided to vote strategically in this election.
I feel that our voting system is broken.
She isn't alone. Almost 90,000 Canadians, 30,000 in just BC, have signed on to Leadnow's Vote Together strategic voting campaign, pledging to vote for whichever candidate in their riding has the best chance of beating a Conservative, be it NDP, Liberal or Green.
This election can be a turning point for Canada.
And it's not just Leadnow. Strategicvoting.ca and the Dogwood Initiative are also coordinated campaigns.
But can strategic voting really have a big effect on Election Day? Could it potentially change the outcome? Analysts say a few things stand in the way.
One is information. You don't know how other people are going to vote. And the other is coordination. How do you make sure that enough people are thinking like you to actually affect the outcome?
Conservatives don't like the coordinated campaign.
As a Canadian voter myself, I think it's an insult to Canadians to tell them how to vote. The strategic part of all of this, of course, is that people will decide what's best for their families.
The initiatives aren't without controversy. Leadnow accepted a donation from the U.S.-based Tides Foundation in the past. Using foreign money in an election campaign isn't allowed. Leadnow insists the money from Tides isn't being used, though, for Vote Together. Instead, they've crowdsourced $100,000 to professionally poll local constituencies, using the data to make recommendations in 31 swing ridings.
How reliable are those recommendations?
If you're doing a polling with sample sizes of about 500 people or something like that, those polls may not be that reliable. And you just never know how people are going to vote on Election Day. There's a lot of volatility in the electorate. So you're taking a bit of a gamble for sure.
A gamble DeRoo is willing to take.
I told them that, I'm not going out without doing what I can.
With her children in mind. Vashi Capellos, Global News.